Hey guys, welcome to this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're talking about beauty news. I'm going to be discussing the latest luxury beauty releases, what I purchased and what I'm planning to purchase, and also we are going to talk about some upcoming luxury beauty releases. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're new here and you love beauty talks, be sure to subscribe. I would love to welcome you to this beauty community that we have here, and if you're returning, welcome back, dear friends. You're truly appreciated. Now, as always, I want to invite all of you for this video to join me in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of the new releases and of the upcoming beauty releases, what you would like to see reviewed on my YouTube channel, because for these videos I like to keep the discussion open. I'm sharing with you my thoughts, but then I might change my mind depending on your comments, depending on what you would like to see on my YouTube channel. So don't be shy, leave me a comment. I make sure to read all of the comments, even if I don't have the time to reply to every single comment. I always read all of them. So before I start with the new releases, I just wanted to let you know that Chanel's travel size bronzers from the Le Beige makeup collection this year have been changed. The formula has been changed. I tried them in store, and when I went to my Chanel boutique, they told me that they were the same. So I thought, well, I'm not going to buy a travel size because I already have the big size bronzer. I swatched them on my arm and they felt the same, like my regular size cream bronzer from Chanel. But it turns out that when I went on the website, when I checked the ingredients, it turns out that they have reformulated them. So right now the travel size bronzers do not contain coconut oil. It's a new formula. That's why I purchased one of the bronzers. I'm going to make sure to wear it for a week, and I'm going to share with you my thoughts. I'm going to tell you how it performs and how it compares to the regular size bronzers. But just so that you know, the formula has been changed. The Water Fresh tint is the same. They also have a travel size of the Water Fresh tint. The Water Fresh tint is the same. I think that if you have never tried it, it's going to be nice to try it. But keep in mind that the Water Fresh tint is actually 15 ml, which is half the size of the regular size of the Water Fresh tint. And this is a product that I use quite quickly because it's a water-based product and it doesn't last as long as a foundation. So for me, it's not justified to purchase the travel size bottle. It's really small, cute, but I prefer to keep my regular size bottle because I use a lot of these. Now, first of all, let's talk about Dior makeup. I'm going to make sure to post photos right here, and I'm going to be looking at my laptop. So Dior are releasing a new refillable mascara, their Dior Show Iconic Overcurl Mascara. It's one of the mascaras from Dior that I like. So right now this one is going to be refillable. So apparently all brands are moving into this direction of creating refillable makeup, and now I think that this is the first mascara that I'm seeing that is going to be refillable, apart from La Bouche Rouge mascara, which I don't like. And then Dior are also just reformulated their eyeshadow quints. I know that a lot of people used to love the old formula. I already tried and swatched them in store, and I have to say that the new formula is a little bit more intense than the old one. It's a little bit more creamy, so the formula and the change in the reformulation is for the better. I think that the new formula is definitely a little bit better than the old one. It's a little bit more intense. The colors are a little bit creamier, a little bit softer to the touch. I don't know if this reformulation was necessary. I think that this is probably just to get the attention of the customers. So I'm not going to be purchasing from these new quints right now, right away, but they have added also 2 new colors. There are going to be 2 new eyeshadow quints, and one of them is already sold out. I'm looking at the Sephora website in France right now. One of them is already sold out. So one of the new ones is going to be Plum Tutu. As a lot of you probably remember, we used to have Plum Tulle. And then the other one was Rose Tulle. This is the one that is sold out currently in France. This was actually the one that I was eyeing as well, but apparently many people decided to purchase it. I think that they're going to restock it. The price has not increased. It's 71 euro, which is what you would usually pay for. I believe that this was the same price before that as well. A while ago I posted in my Instagram stories that I tried them, the new eyeshadows. One of you asked me if they removed the talc. No, the talc is still listed in the ingredients of the new eyeshadows. Next, we're moving on to another very exciting release for me, and this is YSL are releasing new mini clutch palettes. Now in the past I used to have the YSL eyeshadow quads. I used to love them. They were actually quints. They used to include 5 colors and they were very nice. They used to have a very luxurious golden packaging. I used to have all of the palettes back then. And then YSL started to make this big clutch palettes which are quite luxurious, but I cannot use them. I never like such big palettes, so I'm quite excited for this release from YSL. I only purchased 1 color for now because I want to test the formula. I want to see if they are going to be as good as the old ones. So that's why I decided to purchase only 1 color. And I'm going to let you know, and if it's a good one, I'm going to purchase 1 more probably. But I really like the packaging of YSL and this small clutch. It's going to be very comfortable to wear and to carry around. Next, Sisley just added new colors to their existing Sisley Blur Expert powder. Now I used to have this one in the past and it was way too dark for me. It did not work for me because of the color. Now for anyone who has fair skin tone like mine, you're now going to be able to try this powder for real because they added the fair shade. And then moving on to a very interesting, well, I thought it's going to be very interesting, SPF from Guerlain. Guerlain reformulated their Abbey Royal SPF 50. I used to have this SPF in the past, and the only issue that I had with this SPF is that it did not work well with all skincare and it would peel off when applied on top of certain skincare products. So it was best when it was used alone. So that's why I thought that this time I'm going to try this one in store. I went ahead, got a sample from this one, and I did not like it. Initially it looks kind of nice, but I'm going to show you actually swatch that I made in store. It just does not blend very quickly into the skin. It feels a little bit heavier than I would like, and I think that I'm going to have the same problem. I'm going to have a hard time layering this one on top of different skincare, and I also am going to have a hard time using makeup on top of this one, which brings me to another SPF that I tried lately, and this is the Chanel. Let me go ahead and get this one. The Chanel UV Essentiel. Now, if you're interested in this one, I have a video where I showed you how this one applies along with close-ups. It's a new product from Chanel, and I did not love it. I have been wearing this SPF for the past 2 weeks, and what I can tell you is that I'm having a hard time to make it work with different skincare. And as the day goes, after 3-4 hours, it starts to peel off on some places on my face, which is something that I don't like. So I'm definitely not going to repurchase this one. I love it upon application. It feels very pleasant. It feels very nice. But then a few hours later, I usually start to get peel off right here on the sides of my cheeks. I don't know why this is happening, and also a little bit on the forehead, but this is something that I don't appreciate in SPFs. The previous version of this SPF was much better. It was a bit oilier, but it was much better. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that it's not very moisturizing, so for people who have dry skin, it's probably not going to be suitable. I would advise you to try this one in store before purchasing a full size, because I would not repurchase it. I am going to use it up, but only during the weekend, because I don't want to be at work. I don't want, I have to accept the fact that there is a risk that it's going to start peel off, and it looks like white particles literally falling off my face, which is not great. So just wanted to let you know about that. Next comes the Suku Summer Collection, which Suku Summer Collections are always very hyped, very sought after, but it's so hard to get Suku makeup, and somehow I lost the excitement. So for sure I'm going to be skipping this one, because in order to purchase this one I have to go through a personal shopper. It's going to be very expensive. And it's just not justified for me. But my very good friend Eka from Instagram, she has swatches of one of the palettes along with the blush. She has a swatch of the eyeshadow palette in 125. Now the photos that you're going to see right now are going to be from 2 Instagram accounts. One of them is WZ_beauty. This account is great for all the latest beauty news, and the photos that you see right now is from this account. And then you can see also close-ups of the palette and swatches, close-ups of the eyeshadow palette in 125 and swatches, and one of the blushes, the warm blush, on Eka's account. Eka is a very good friend of mine. She's an Instagram content creator and she shows a lot of close-ups and swatches of makeup products, so be sure to give her a follow. I'm going to show you also some of her photos of the collection. Overall, I think that the 2 eyeshadow palettes from Suku are beautiful, but I'm just not willing. I've tried Suku makeup a few times. Overall, I like the quality, I like the color stories, but I have to do so much effort to get my hands on these collections, so it's just not worth for me. That's why I'm going to be skipping them. For the blushes from the Suku collection, I definitely do not like now the warm blush. Initially I liked it on the promo photos because we've seen already this collection a few months ago, the promo photos, but I do not like now the warm blush. I definitely prefer the pink one, but I think that it's going to be quite similar. As I'm looking on the swatch that you're seeing right now, the swatch is from WZ_beauty. The swatch, on the swatch it looks like an illuminating blush, which I already have from Chanel's Leblanc makeup collection, from Chanel's Délice Pastel collection, and then the lipsticks and the lip glosses do not attract my attention. But we have a beautiful summer release from Hermes, and we have three beautiful blushes from Hermes along with 1 lip enhancer. I think that this collection attracts my attention a lot. So the lip enhancer is in Rose Confetti. I really want to have this one, but I have a lot of lip balm, so I'm not sure if I'm going to purchase this one. But then the blush in Rose Ambre, this is the one that I want because it's this lovely ambery color. I'm very attracted to 35 and 47 as blush colors for my coloring and for my skin tone. These are the 2 that I want. And then moving on to Gucci just released a new highlighter, liquid highlighter. Now I don't know what to think about this one. It's a very strange highlighter. I purchased it already, so save your money, wait for my review because I'm not sure how this is going to work. I think that this might end up being too dark for my skin tone. For now they only have 1 color available, and it's a liquid face enhancer. I want to try it. I want to see how it's going to work, probably mix it with foundation, or I want to see how this is going to work. With Gucci products, with Gucci makeup, it's always, for me, it always has been a hit or miss. So if you want, wait for my review. The highlighter is going to arrive probably tomorrow or after tomorrow, so I'm going to be able to show you the highlighter quite soon, I hope. Looks like an interesting texture. It comes with a dropper, but I'm going to see. I have a feeling that maybe it's going to have some glittery particles in it, and I have a feeling that it might be too deep for my skin tone. I think that it's not going to match perfectly with my skin tone. Then Chanel also released a new summer collection of nail polishes. I already purchased 2 of them, and I'm going to let you know how it goes. I wanted to try 2 nail polishes only, just to see what is going to be the formula of the nail polish, and then probably I'm going to purchase more colors because I like all of the colors here. They are beautiful. Next, Valentino are going to release new liquid lipsticks, which I'm not going to try because I have so many new lipsticks and I have so many lipsticks that these do not attract my attention. And somehow liquid lipsticks, this kind of liquid lipsticks, they rarely attract my attention. So this is something that I'm going to skip for sure. Next, Givenchy just released travel size powders, Prisme Libre loose powders. These are very interesting. If you have never tried this powder, this is one of my most repurchased powders. I've checked already, they are the same, the formula has not been changed like Chanel did, but if you want to try them, I think that it's going to be an excellent opportunity to try them now with the travel size. It almost looks like this summer we are getting a lot of travel sizes, probably like a sign that we should travel a little bit more. Let's hope that everyone is going to have the opportunity to travel a little bit more this summer. And then they also released a new UV SPF 50. They have 2 options. One is a stick UVA Skin Perfecto UV Stick, and then the other one is Skin Perfecto UV Fluid. I'm going to try those two in store because I have tried some of Givenchy's skincare, but only with samples. I was not that impressed to the point that I want to buy them and I want to purchase them. So I want to see, and I'm more attracted actually to the fluid version of the SPF. It has a pinkish color and it's supposed to work well with makeup, or at least that's what they say on the website, and that's what they say in the promo information. And then in terms of ingredients, let me go ahead and see if I can see the ingredients. I think that this one is chemical SPF. So it has also titanium dioxide. So maybe it's a mixture between chemical and physical SPF. I need to see a little bit better. I wanted to update you also on the new Guerlain, the Parure Gold base from Guerlain. I was not very sure if I want to buy this one or not, and that's why I went in store. I asked them for a sample. I've tried it. It's not something that I would wear, to be honest. In terms of texture and performance, it's very similar. I did not find any differences from the old gold base of Guerlain. It used to have a different name. It used to be called L'Or. I'm not going to buy this one. I just wanted to show you how it looks. I just wanted to show you close-ups, and I've tried it, but I'm not a primer person. And the previous time when I used to have this gold base, it was overhyped a lot, and a lot of my favorite content creators were very impressed with this one. That's why I purchased it in the first place, and then I did not use it at all because it's a nice one, but I didn't find that it would change something in my appearance. It's just a gel. It's very light, very pleasant. And this one, the new one, again, it's very pleasant, it's very nice, but it doesn't do anything special for me, for my makeup, or for my skin. And I know that I'm not going to use this one for sure, and that's why I'm going to be skipping it, but I just wanted to let you know, and I wanted to show you the consistency. So if you used to love the previous one, you're probably going to like this one as well. It's nice, it's one of the beautiful primers, but I just do not use primers. And then something that I really want, and probably I'm not going to resist, is a limited edition bronzer from Guerlain. Every year they come up with the most beautiful design bronzer for the summer months, and it's very hard to resist this one. These are going to sell out very quickly. I still don't see them available in France. I'm looking, probably I should look at the website because I'm only looking at Sephora, but this one, I think that I want to buy this one because I have a lot of bronzers from Guerlain. I probably have at least 5 bronzers from Guerlain, but this one is just that the design is so pretty and so beautiful. Now, if you already have Guerlain bronzer, you might just skip this one, but if you do not have, and if you've never owned a Guerlain bronzer, I think that one of the limited edition summer bronzers is going to be a great investment because the design is so beautiful and they really perform so well. The Guerlain do incredibly beautiful powder bronzers. Next, something very important that I wanted to share with you. I tried the new Tom Ford stick concealers, thanks to one of you. One of you told me that the concealer is so nice, creamy, buttery. Initially, I wanted to skip this one, but I tried it just because of your recommendation, and I have fallen in love with this one. Now I'm waiting for the right shade to arrive at my local Tom Ford retailer, but I swatched them for you, the colors that they had in my local Tom Ford retailers, so that you can choose. And I know that even the palest shade looks very dark for my skin tone, but when I applied it under my eyes, it lasted all day. It concealed all the darkness and it melted into my skin so beautifully. Now I usually try to stay away from stick bronzers and this kind of a thicker concealers because I have very sensitive eyes. Also, the skin under my eyes is always going to be very dry, and I find that this kind of products are always going to emphasize the dryness under my eyes. This product is so creamy, buttery, soft, beautiful. I tried it from the sample and I wore it the whole day. And I'm waiting for them now to restock the palest shade so that I can get it. And I couldn't be happier with the results of this concealer. So if you're looking for a good, high quality concealer, definitely try this one. I think that it's going to work for a lot of people. Even for people like me who have dry under eye area, it just worked so beautifulully. And I think that was all for today's video. I have beautiful peonies on the background. I love peonies. Right now it's the peony season, so I'm gonna try and have peonies peonies, fresh peonies every time. I have fallen in love with these two, the big ones, and I have some little ones that's on the back that still haven't bloomed. So that was all for today's video. Please let me know in the comments below what is something that you would like to see on my YouTube channel. What are some products that you would like me to review? Thank you so much for joining me, for spending time with me, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!